Okay, I got a lot of people asking about the bearing remover. I'm going to see if I can kind of help explain it. I got a customer's motor here. Sorry, Marcus. I'm going to use the guinea pig. Oh, anybody who's wondering, I'm Blade. And we're going to show you how this works. We have a bearing installed right here. It's already in. I already pulled the front one out. I'll show you how to put that one in. The front bearing doesn't need to be out, but this one happens to be out because I was getting ready to do it, and I said, well, I'm going to make a video and show everyone how it's done. This, you'll take this and you'll set it in the inside, and what you'll do is if the front bearing is in, you'll take your hex key and you'll slip it through the front, tighten it down just a little bit, and because you don't want to score the inside of the chamber right here, because the jaws will spread out far enough, it will hurt it. So you kind of have it to where it's a little bit loose and where it's kind of grabbing it. You'll feel it kind of grab the bearing, and as it does, you just twist. When you do, you'll feel the bearing pop out. Once you hear it, then you pull out your rear bearing. To put it back in, and we'll show you right here, and you just take this. Now, some motors are machined really tight. If so, and it doesn't work, let me know, and so I can make these smaller. There's some jaws. The jaws right here need to be made thinner. Some motors are just really super ultra tight, and if you have that problem, let me know and I'll send you out a set. No worries, we'll take care of you. But for the majority of the stuff, this will work. And the reason why it works with other ones is because it'll expand, so it'll grab onto the bearing. But if you do have problems, let me know, and then we'll replace this. Now, this is the other part. Serves a dual purpose. It's a neat little part of it. Now, to put in your rear bearing, now always remember, put your bearing in towards the back. Don't put it in the other way. So you put it where it's facing out. Take your long tool and take your other piece, set it through here, and spring optional. I use the spring, put it over here, so that way it'll help it pop it out. Yeah, I'm fussy that way. Take it, do a few turns, take the other half, presses right in. Move this so that way, say hello to the spring, and boom, bearing is in. Same goes for the front. I don't have a front bearing. Oh, well, I'll take it out of this one. There's a different one. So we'll take, actually this one's trash, it needs to come out. So I'll take this bearing out, take your insert, put it through the back, and this one happens to have a rear bearing in, so you'll put that through there. This is so that way the front bearing could fit in there. Take your back half. This bearing's trashed anyway, so my wrench keeps falling out. And you'll feel it give way. There's your bearing. Okay, bearing's out. I'm gonna borrow this one and put it in this one so you can see. This. Don't worry, Marcus. It's not. Okay, so that is for that. That is for that. Now to put in your front bearing, a little bit the same. Take this, set it on here. This has an edge right here, so that way it won't harm the inner race. It'll press it on through the side, through the back, or through the outer race of it. Set it through there. take your handy dandy tool. I'm not going to use the spring on this one. Tighten it down. Because it presses up against the race, the outer race, you won't have to worry about the bearing getting messed up. Tighten down the tool. You're done. Now I use other tools when I'm in the shop, but when I'm out in the field and someone needs something, I use these ones. And they've proven in to be pretty handy. You know, everyone's got their problems with the bearings and stuff from time to time, so that's how that is done. I hope this can kind of help kind of explain the whole process, because I know I have the tool. I just kind of posted it out there. I didn't even bother to. I was like, oops. So anyway, let's take out our buddy's bearing, because like I said, that one's trashed. We don't want that one in our. So, and then again, the bearings can be in. They don't have to be out. See, this one happens to. You can still use, since it has both the bearings, you can still use the bearing removal tool. You just got to fish it through the front to find the holder. And once you do, then you just twist it, and it kind of help it catch the bearing on the inside. Okay. Because remember, you don't want to crank it down, because the jaws will clamp down. It will, where the shaft, the crankshaft sits, it'll actually clamp down onto it. You'll try to pull out the inside. It doesn't work that way. So be careful with that. You'll know when you'll feel it. So let's take this front bearing back out, because we don't want to leave it in there. And again, we use this. Use our dual purpose. And sometimes we have these when Chris is doing them. They're different sizes. The size doesn't matter, but I usually mine are usually made a little bit longer and thread them all the way through. If you have a 14.5 bearing, you'll need to let us know, because this will have to be bigger, because you don't want it any smaller, because the bearing can move around, and you know, you don't want your bearing going in sideways. Okay, for the rear. Okay, and let's take this out. Remember, not hold it upside down. Hold it this way. I'm trying to get it for the camera so you guys can see it. So, and there you have it. Okay, and that's how it comes. I don't have wrenches that come with it, but it's a 3/16 and a like a 5/32. I got these at a local machine shop. We do a lot of machining, but you can get them from like Harbor Freight, Home Depot, places like that. They got the nice little handles on them. But that's the size used for this: a 3/16 and a 5/32. And this is how the kit comes. And remember too, also, if the bearings aren't coming out really easy, let me know. I make these to a specific size. But like I said, some of them are really close. So we got to make these a little bit smaller. And when you do that, sometimes they can break a little bit easy. So you got to make sure that you handle it gingerly. You know, if you use the tool other than what it's intended for, yeah, of course it's going to break. Anything's going to break. Okay. So I hope that helps a little bit, and it kind of helps clarify anything for the motors. All right.